All right, hi friends, welcome back. So this is Annette Harris from Harris Financial Coaching, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about retirement planning. It's been a while since we've had one of these conversations. I wanted to bring it back to the forefront because I've had a couple of my clients that have had conversations with me about planning for their retirement future. So I want to talk to you a little bit about withdrawals in retirement and withdrawals before you are retirement age. A lot of it has to do with how you're going to be taxed during retirement. So here we go. To talk about was QDROs. So a QDRO is a QDRO, which means a qualified domestic relation order. And if you've ever been married or divorced, you may understand what this means. And what a QDRO is when your assets are split between you and your significant other. So if you have a retirement benefit that's due to you, or if your spouse has a retirement benefit that's due to them, you may be eligible for a portion of their retirement. Now, there's different legal complexities when it comes to identifying whether or not you're eligible for a portion of your significant other's retirement. So I have dealt with pension QDROs, and what that means is a pension is a retirement plan that's paid throughout the individual's life. So every single month, you'll get a certain dollar amount of that individual's pension when you are eligible for a QDRO. So that qualified domestic relations order splits what they're going to get every month and then what you're eligible for to get every month when it comes to their pension. I want you to be mindful too that if you are receiving a portion of your significant others or your ex's pension, that there are tax implications with that. So you will receive that monthly benefit amount, but you will have to pay taxes on that income that you have coming in when it comes to filing your taxes. There's also QDROs that are eligible for 401ks or 403bs, whatever those types of benefits that your partner has been receiving. So there are plan rules when it comes to when you're able to withdraw that money from that 401k. For example, it could be when the participant or the employee reach the age of 55 or they have to reach the age of 60, and then you're eligible to withdraw that 401k from the account. Now, the money does not stay in their account. You are set up with your own retirement account or 401k or 403b account, and the money that was in their account, it gets moved to your account. It's out of their social, it goes under your social, and it just sits in an account for you to manage. So if there's funds in that 401k account or 403b account, you should log into the account, register, and allocate how you want those funds invested. Otherwise, it's going to go into a standard target date retirement fund based on your retirement age of 65. Now, when it is time for you to withdraw those funds, you will have to pay taxes on that withdrawal. If you are before retirement age or that early withdrawal age of 59 and a half, there will be a penalty that will be assessed. Now, if you're taking that money out after the age of 59 and a half, you'll still have to pay taxes on that income, but you won't pay that early withdrawal penalty. So that's how QDROs work when it comes to pensions or 401ks. So what does that mean when it comes to the rule of 55? Because, a lot of the time what you hear about is 59 and a half withdrawals where you don't have to submit any type of documentation to your employer. You're 59 and a half and you can take that money out. Now, when it comes to with hardship withdrawals, you have to submit paperwork because either you aren't able to get a loan or you aren't age 59 and a half. Now, the big difference between that and the rule of 55 is that at the age of 55, you may also be eligible to take money out of your retirement account, your 401k. So, how does that work? So, it has to be the last employer. You have to have left that employer voluntarily or involuntarily and be age 55 or have turned age 55 that year that you left the company. What that means for you is that you can take that money out without paying that early withdrawal penalty if you are 55 years old. Now, you will have to pay taxes on it, but you just won't pay that early withdrawal penalty. Now, you may ask, okay, well, can I do this for previous employers that I left? I had a 401k with them. The rule of 55 does not apply to previous employers. It's the last employer that you left. Now, it is important to have a conversation with your employer to see what their portability rules are, because if they move your assets, your 401k money, into another company, then that rule of 55 will not apply. You want to make sure that your money still is maintained with your employer. So what's auto portability? So with the Secure 2.0, they have instituted auto portability. What that means is some employers, if you had under $7,000 in your account or $5,000, whatever their rule is, if you had less than that amount in your account, they're going to cut you a check. You would receive a check in the mail to say, these are the funds that you had in our account, we're cashing you out. This takes the liability away from the employer, and then you are then responsible for managing your 401k funds. With the auto portability, it's an advantage to you because you're still investing in your retirement future, but it's getting your funds out of that employer's account and moving it to the retirement clearinghouse. Now, once it's moved to the retirement clearinghouse, it's set in an IRA, and you aren't able to withdraw those funds from your employer. So if you're looking to take advantage of that rule of 55, it's essential to determine what their time frame is of when they're going to move the money out of their account. It could be that first of the month in the following quarter. It could be 60 days. It could be 90 days. Again, the employer is just trying to reduce that liability of being the custody of your funds. So if you need those funds and you don't want to pay that early withdrawal penalty, the rule of 55 may be something that you would want to use. Now, I do caution you because my goal is to help educate you and encourage you to save for retirement so you have that successful retirement future. So there's also other ways that you can fund whatever it is that you need in the future. Save money in an emergency fund. You can save money in a regular savings account, or just have different buckets so that if you are leaving one employer, or if you are going to be out of work for an extended period of time, that you have that money set away so that you have retirement funds available to you when you hit retirement age. You can also consider whether or not you want to use Social Security if you have that available to you. Again, the goal is once you hit retirement age, that you have the funds that you're going to need. I speak to a lot of my clients, and some of them are struggling to make ends meet when it comes to retirement because they're solely living off of Social Security. Social Security is not a lot of money. Who knows if it's going to be around when it's time for you to start drawing from those funds. So yes, you have the rule of 55, and you may have money that's coming in from a QDRO. Just be mindful that if you do take advantage of that rule of 55, that money that you had set aside for retirement, it's not going to be there once you do stop working and you've considered, okay, this is the amount of money that I wanted when I retired. So you wanted 60% of your current income in retirement. So just be mindful of that and make those smart financial decisions when it comes to taking money out of your retirement accounts. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about today was pension QDROs or QDROs, the rule of 55, and continuing to save for a successful financial future in retirement. So again, Annette Harris Financial Coaching. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or if you want to hear another topic when it comes to retirement savings and having a successful retirement future. Thanks for joining me.